Hello, everybody. I don't know what's happening here because it's the first time I'm here, so I'm very happy that I can be here and that I can give you some readings with the spirit world. I was just asked also that I could work. So I want to introduce myself. My name is Nicole Murlasits and I'm from Austria. So I hope you do understand me. And if you do have some troubles with my pronunciation or with my words, please let me know this. I don't know if you could talk to me or if you could only write to me. Thank you so much for this. And thank you so much for this lovely welcome. I really appreciate that very much. So, sorry. If you see my blue eye, I have to confess that I had an accident. And so my eyes is not very, very nice to see. I know I tried to give my hair in front of it, but please, I hope it does not disturb you. So anyway, so just please allow me to make the connection to the spirit world. And as I'm an evidential medium, I just give you some evidences and then I'm asking if someone could understand the information. So please write yes or no, or write yes if someone could take it, because I can't see you, so I cannot have the reaction. I also, it's for the, as I told you, it's for the first time I'm here on this platform with my psychic readings, and I don't know how it works, but I know that Veronica is hello everybody, is should come soon into the room, so maybe she could help out. So okay, give me just a little some seconds to connect with the spirit world and to ask someone to stepping forward for one of you. And so I'm asking the spirit world. And there is a lady stepping forward, and this lady is giving me the feeling that she was a teacher, or she was working with children. Okay, hello. Yeah.
Nicole, and hi everyone. I do vastly apologise. I hadn't explained it properly. I presumed that you'd seen our other lives. You just work from the comments, okay? And you go to whoever you're drawn, or if you're not drawn to anybody, give the information you've got, and I'll bring the people online, their comments online for you, okay? So. Okay. I'll just disappear into the background again to do the admin for you. Okay. So if you're drawn to someone, just tell me who and I'll put their comments up. And okay. If you're just getting information from Spirit, if people can say whether they can take that information, I'll put the people up that can take the information. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Is it to people as well that are watching?
Yeah, have a good so much. Yeah, as I told before, I have a lady here stepping forward, and this lady is giving me the feeling that she was a teacher, and she's also, I see, or that she was working with children. It could also be a kindergarten, or because she's working with smaller children, so it's primary school or it's a kindergarten. And I also have the feeling that she was a very lovely person, a very understandable person, and she has also a lot of patience. But I also have the feeling with her that she really appreciated working with the children, but there's also a kind of strictness. There's also a kind of asking for discipline for the children, with the children. So I don't know how to go to the... Okay, and she also liked to work with his children, yeah, this is this kind of discipline coming with her, but also this kind. She was also a creative person, and yes, Sama, I'm here for the first time, so hello everybody again. And she's working with the children. She was also very creative, and she's also showing me that she was doing things with the children and singing with the children. And she also has a very nice voice. She's showing me she has a very nice voice, and she likes to sing with the children. So would anyone understand a lady like this? Could you please write into the chat if you could? Okay, no one. She need not to be your teacher, but she could be a teacher who was maybe a neighbor from you. No, who was a neighbor who. Oh, maybe she was your teacher, but she was working with children, and she loved to work with children. Could you understand her loving working with children? No one can understand this. Okay. I mean, she has a wonderful understanding for children. My friend. No, I'm quite sure it was a woman. Hello, Eva. You know a woman who worked with children. So would you understand also the description of her, that she was a patient person, she liked to sing, or would you know this, Eva? Could you please write into the chat? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, that's great. You can take it. Also, sorry, I have to read it. I'm very, very new to this. So sorry for the breaks. You can understand everything I said, and I also have this feeling with this lady that she was, she was a very warm person, a very heartful person, and I also have the feeling that her actions were coming. There's always a love coming with her actions, and a deep understanding. So would you understand this, Eva? Yeah, there's this understanding, and please write in the chat. I know that there is a 30 seconds delay. And she is also showing me, yes, okay. And I also have the feeling that she is really she really loved her work. She's really appreciating what she was doing, and she also loved when the children had success, when they were reacting, and when they when they for her, it was also very important, as she is telling me, it was also very important that the children should live there, should learn to be independent and not dependent. So she's also showing me that this would be very, very important for her. So would you understand this, Eve? Well, and because she wanted the children to live a full life. Okay, yeah, this is what she's giving to me. I also have the feeling, that she's more showing me that when she was going home. I don't know if you would know this, but she's not showing me that there is a family around her. So I have the feeling that there was a separation, or that there was a divorce from her family, and I don't see children around her. So am I right, or is there something I had to go deeper in? Because I don't feel it. Okay. Okay. Um, and I also have the feeling that she herself, liked to read. She liked to improve her knowing, and she also, it was very important for her to be always updated with the education system, and be updated with everything she was doing, and she was also herself learning to get a better teacher, and to improve her teaching style, or her working. So would this also be true? Education was a teacher, but for herself she didn't. Okay. And she did also wanted to be really improve her knowing. I hope this is the right expression for that. She herself was also a very independent person, and she loved being the independent person she was. She loved to be this, and she's also given me the feeling that she really, as colleague, I think as colleague she was also very supportive. She was not one of those people saying, or they're talking behind your back in a very bad way. She was a very honest. She was an honest person, but she also could criticize you. I mean, she was not a person hiding back. And she was not hiding, but she was honest with you, and she also wanted to have a good working team, working together, because she believed that when you're working together you could have more success with the children. And she's coming here today, Eva, because she wants to encourage you. She wants to encourage you to not to take your possibilities, to take your chances, and really she wants you to, she would ask you to do the things you enjoy. But let me see, there is something she wants you to, she wants you to believe in you. That's it. She wants you to believe in you, and she wants you to see your own inner shining. And there is nothing that she wants to tell you, that you have such a wonderful shine, and you should not hide it. And the people are really, it's a gift for the people when you are working with them, if children or not children. I mean, the people, you have so much to give, and she really wants to tell you, to ask you not to hold back. I hope you can understand the message, Eva, because it's very important for her that you should really let yourself shine. So I thank you very much for working with me, Eva. So let's see who else is here. Oh, hello, everybody. It's so nice that you're all here. And I'm your medium. I'm Nicole from Austria. And I try to get another contact now. Let's see. Now there is a man stepping forward, and this man is also giving me the feeling that he was not a very talkative person, and he's in the grandfather generation, but I'm not quite sure if he really was a grandfather. But he was maybe a grandfather, but not one of yours, but he's in the grandfather generation. And I also have the feeling, she's showing me that most of the time he was wearing gray, dark clothes, and she's showing me a kind of gray jacket, a round wool jacket, and he has also worn glasses because he needed them for reading, and I also know that the reading was very important for him. And he's also showing me that he had a working place at home where he spent a lot of time reading some books or reading something or doing something. And he's also giving me the feeling that he was a kind of, I don't want to say organizer, but he was a thinker. He liked to think about special problems. And I also have the feeling with him that there is a education in the background, and if not an education, there is an self-education in the background, because he is a man who would have had a good knowledge. And I also have the feeling with this man. So could anyone understand a man like this? Maybe. No. Okay, it sounds like it did. I have two recipients. It could be also the dad, but if it's the dad, it's more a dad who was an elderly. He was not a younger dad. If he was a dad, so he was an elderly dad, a dad. And I also have to feel like I give some more information, because there are more persons who could maybe take him. And I also have the feeling with this man that he was also a very warm man. He was also a man who were able to who liked to talk to you, who liked to listen to you. He was more a listener, and he was also more an observer. And he also because he's sitting there, and he has his let's see, his structure, and also his way of living in a certain way, because sitting here, and I know that time is very, very important for him, and time is very important for him, and or a structured time is important for him, because he wanted to do his life, and he's also he do his reading and his work. And I also have the feeling that he's more showing me himself in a more elderly age, staying at home, because I also have the feeling he was not a big traveler. He didn't want to travel a lot, and he stayed more home. But I also have the feeling when he was younger, he was traveling. So would you understand this so far? I really try to get some evidences for you, some readings, if I tried to, but no one could understand this grandfather. Stepdad. Hello. Okay. Rebecca, yeah, it could be your grandfather because it was in the grandfather age. And when you just stepped in, then it would be maybe right because I had the feeling that it was not only for this. Okay. Rebecca, you are the only one who could understand it. I think so. When I'm reading this all. Maybe your grandfather, Lynn. Maybe my grandpa. Okay, maybe my dad. Maybe. Okay, he was very clever. Okay. I'm going to this man. When he was as I mentioned before, when he was older, he didn't travel a lot, and he's also showing me that he uh, yeah he was living. He's showing me he had at home there was a really nice room he had for himself where he liked to be by himself. He liked to be by himself. I mean, he liked also when children are around. And I know that he was married, and I know that his marriage was a very nice marriage, and his wife let him a lot of freedom he needed, because he needed this kind of being by himself. And his wife let him go, or let him have this time for himself. And I also know that there are children around, and that he had children. And I also have the feeling that there are 4 children around. So yeah, there are 4 children around. So could anyone understand the 4 children around him? It could also be that there is children and grandchildren together. And I also have the feeling that he liked to play with the children. He's now showing me more playing with the grandchildren, that he wanted to have the time playing with the grandchildren. But I also have the feeling that it was not so easy for him to do this. So he loved to do it, but he really loved that the grandchildren are around him. But he has not this, how should I say that? He has not this very, very special sense for this place around. He was not, how should I say, the children's play were sometimes a little strange for him, or he was not used this kind, that he couldn't understand this kind of games. So would anyone understand this? We're very close. Okay, no one can take that information. So it's the delay. No. Rebecca. Okay, Rebecca and Jenny. So you could understand the information he is giving. Jenny, could you also understand the rest of the information that he had his time? Because otherwise, I think I'm with Rebecca. And Rebecca, would you understand that your grandfather? Okay, Rebecca. So thank you, Jenny. But I am working with Rebecca. Rebecca, could you also understand that he really tried hard with the children, and he was really a loving person, and he really was a very warm person, and but he was in his way a little old-fashioned, I want to say, and but he tried really hard. And I also have the feeling when he is coming close to me, he was a man who really appreciated his family. But I wouldn't say there was a distance, but to his family. But I have the feeling that he was, he was more in the background. I think the center was more his wife, or your grandmother was more the center of the family, and was more involved in it. He liked to be involved, but there's always a little he's always a little in the background. So would you understand this, Rebecca, with your grandfather? And your grandfather is also giving me the, okay. Okay, yeah. And your grandfather is, I put too much time. And your grandfather is coming here today because he's also a person who was a very supportive person, and he was a person who liked to share his knowledge. And he appreciated that very much, to talking with you and to see how your life is going and what you're doing is cool. And he is also giving me the feeling that he's coming here today just to tell you that he's on the other side, supporting you wherever you are going, and wherever you are going. And she really wants to tell you that even if there are some obstacles in your life, it's just the way, being calm, observing, don't be impulsive is not the right word, but it's don't hurry the things, and just be more patient to the things, and be more patient. Yeah, just don't hurry. There is no need to hurry to something, but he's always there and he's always supporting you from the other side. And he also wants to tell you that he's holding your hand, so he is going with you. He's going with you this way you're at the moment. You're at the moment, whatever is happening in your life, he is with you, on your side. So thank you very much, Rebecca, for working with me. And I really have to say, it's really difficult. It's really not difficult, but it's strange to work this way. I'm not used to this. This is my first time. I do my best. I really do my best. Okay, so I just need a glass of water. You're welcome, Rebecca. You're very, very welcome. And I thank your grandfather for stepping forward. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. There are a lot of comments done. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for support, for this lovely support. Really, thank you. Now, just give me a second to get a connection to another person. There's a young lady. There's a lady stepping forward, and I have the feeling that this lady had to pass because of a cancer condition. She's talking to me about a cancer condition. That's why she had to pass, and she was not very old. She must have been in her 30s. Between 30 and 40. She must have been very young when she passed. And I also know that she was a lady, and she's giving me the feeling that she left children behind. So I have the feeling there are 2 children she left behind, 2 young children. But I also have the feeling that she wanted to organize everything for the children when she was alive. And she also tried to and she's showing me that she had a lot of support from her mother. And I also have the feeling there must have been a sister around her who was supporting her. And she's also talking about that she was herself. She was herself was a creative. No, that's not right. She herself was. Yeah, she was married and she just stopped working. She's not very clear with the working with me. A teacher, okay, a teacher, because I know she's giving me the feeling that she stopped working when she got really ill. She must have stopped working. So Julia, would you understand it that your sister stopped working? Because I have the feeling, and she was also, she was also a really, she's coming to me like a lady, a very lady, very upright, very upright, also proud. And proud is not the right word, but there is a kind of charisma coming with her, a kind of attitude, you know. And yeah, because of the cancer, yeah, that's why she had to stop to work. She had to stop working. And but she has really an attitude, and I also have the feeling that she was a very open person, a very supportive person, and but also there is a kind of there was a kind of a strictness coming with her, you know, that she wanted also to have, so like teachers, but she also wanted to have the things done in a right way, and she could also be stubborn. So I mean, she could also be very opinionated and sometimes stubborn. So would you understand this, Julie, with your sister? Okay. She spot on. That's great. Thank you. And she, you know, she's also coming, you know, that she's telling me that when she accepted that she had to die, because there was a point where she was accepting it because she recognized there is no way out of this situation. She become very aware of life, and she become very aware what is important. So I want to say that there was a little shift in her energy, or in her understanding of what life means. And in this last moments of last months of her life, she wanted to tell the people how what's important in life. And because she recognized that a lot of things oh, thank you. Because she was recognizing what's important in life and what's not important in life, and she really wants to tell the people that they should be care about how to, whether with what or with whom they are spending the time with, because time is so precious and life could be so precious. But I also have the feeling that she really said goodbye to the people she loved, and she also promised her children to be with them, and to always be with them, and that she's only a thought away. And I really have the feeling that it's really a touching situation she is showing me, because I really have the feeling I just want to cry when I'm looking at her children, because she really wanted to give them all the love in the last seconds she could give them, because she wanted to know them, you know, that she really loved them. And I really want also, and she is also saying to me now, she kept her promise. She's always there with the children, and she's always with her family, and she's always around. And now is the time is Christmas coming, and she doesn't want the people to cry. She wanted people to celebrate this being together at Christmas, to remember that they're all a family, and they are all should be a family, and that there is so much love in between them. And she really wants to tell you and to send you all her love, and she wants you to know that she will be there at the Christmas time. She will be around, that she's always around, but she will be there, and she will celebrate. And then she wants to tell you, you know, that you really should enjoy this time and not be sad. So that's what she wants to tell you. You're welcome, Julie. So much welcome. Okay. So thank you so much, Julie. Now I'm asking for another person. There's a lot of messages coming through. I just can try, you know. I let the spirit world decide to whom I should go, because I think in this short time I cannot answer all your questions. I really would like to, but I can't not all do this. And I try to get it done. But I have only time, I guess, for one or two more readings. Just let me see. There's a lady stepping forward. There's a lady stepping forward, and she's giving me the feeling that she's here. She's a mother. She's a mother. And I also have the feeling that she wants to talk to her son. She's talking about her son. There must be a man here around. He wants to talk. She wants to talk to her son. And I also know with this lady that she was a very upright lady. She was a proud lady. She liked, she's giving me the feeling that she was a kind of, I wouldn't say she wasn't easygoing, but she was, and then there was a kind of strictness coming with her, as a strictness coming with her, but also on the other side, a way of being easygoing. So this is an ambivalent feeling I have with this lady, because she really was and sometimes and I just have the feeling that she was a little complicated. I mean, it was not really clear how she really which moods she had, because she was not so calculable. Okay. And there was always a little insecurity coming with it. So would anyone understand this complicated mother? I think she's here for a son, because she's talking about a son. But she can also have a son and a daughter. This doesn't. So would anyone understand a lady like this? She really seemed to me a little complicated, and not so. In a way, she could be very, very light, easygoing. But on the other side, I really have the feeling that, there's a heaviness coming with her. I mean, there's really a heaviness coming with her, and the sadness. But I also have the feeling that she there was a depression, and she was taking some medication for uplifting, so that this life is good, easier. I think that's what she's showing me, that she was a lady who had a depression, and she was depressed. So could anyone understand a mother like this, who had the depression and was taking some medication? Not always. She's also saying that she didn't do it every time. Okay. 2 girls. But could you also take the depression? Yes. So there are more people. Let's see where this is going. So she is showing me this kind of depression, and that I also have the feeling that makes it difficult with her. But I also know that there are children, and I also know that they have supported her as good as they could. And it was not always easy with her. And I also know that there must be some children who was taking the responsibility to themselves and helping her, so that she could follow her illness. I don't want to say that, but it's just in this way, that she was that she did not have in her depression, in time of depression, that she had not to do the work which was expected from her, but they took the responsibility. Jenny, it sounds like your mother. This is great, Jenny. And I also have the feeling that there are more children around her. So I have the feeling there must have been 3 children, 4 children. A lot. 4. Okay. Okay, your brother. This would make sense because she's coming for the son. This would be make really sense. And I know that this is supporting for the mother. And I also know that this was also a very 4 kids. That's great. So thank you, Jenny. So I think thank you very much for all the writing to me, but I have the feeling I'm with Jenny. And she's also talking about that. I mean, when she was better, I have the feeling could have been a nice time with her. And she's showing me laughing, and she really tried to do a lot of fine things with the children. And but it's just only a phase, it was only just for a time. And the more so much it was appreciated by the children, they all know that it could be changed very, very suddenly, very rapidly. It could change. And she's also showing me that most of the time, she's now showing me the husband who is coming in. And sometimes the husband could understand her situation, but sometimes that was difficult because of this. So would you understand this, Jenny, that it was not so easy for your father to handle the situation with your mother? And that he had some, yeah. But would you understand that the father had this troubles with her? Okay. And because she is showing me this, but she really is also showing me that she tried very hard, to get on a normal status, or it is good, but there was also a time it was not possible for her. I mean, she tried hard, and she tried to be the old one, but it was not working really for her. And okay. Okay, I can understand that. Yeah, and because I see only this troubles they had together, and he was not understanding what she's talking about, and he was saying that, and he was also expressing that to her, but she was not able to change it. Also, she tried to as she could, and I also have the feeling that this was also a time of where she was sometimes a little stubborn, and acting a little in a strange way, or acting sometimes like a child, in this mood of I do it instead of this. I don't know how to say that in English. I'm so sorry. And she's also, showing me that her passing. She wants to talk about her passing. You Detroit get more. I'm so sorry. You Detroit get more after her passing. Okay, I don't understand Detroit, leider. Sorry, I don't understand the Detroit. But okay. And she's also showing me that when she wants to talk about her passing, and she is showing me that as you said, that there was a kind of, just want to leave the situation, because the situation was very difficult for her, and the situation was not bearable, because she was not, how should I say, she was not able to find a way out, and she really is just showing me that there was a kind of fading, in a way of fading out, also mentally fading out, and her body is just getting more and more weaker, you know, and I also have the feeling it's getting weaker and very, very heavy. I really have the feeling the body is getting very heavy, and that's what she wants to show me, that also the way that she didn't find the way out, and she was not able anymore to find this this connection to the children. There was something really, really difficult for her to connect again with the children, or with her husband, and there was really difficulties with doing this. And she herself was very sorry for doing this, but she really didn't she was really despaired, also very despaired. But I really have the feeling she let go. There was a time where she let go. Okay. Yeah. And she is coming here today because she wants to tell you, you know, really to say thank you to her son, because her son was always at her side and supporting her. She's showing about this, that not only her son, but her son was very special with this, and had a lot of oh yes, she's okay now. She's, let's say, she's really in a good move. But just let me see that she wants to say thank you to her son for being for supporting her so much, and she wants to all tell you, you know, to all her children, that she really loved you all the time, but that it was very difficult for her herself, you know, to find a right way how to handle this, and she was herself very overwhelmed in this situation. And she really wants to tell all of you that she loved you so much, and she appreciated that you have been with her. And she really wants also to tell you, and this is fits for you, Jenny, she wants to tell you that she is really feeling really fine. She is in a completely different way now, and she is feeling fine, and it's very easy going here. But she's also saying that she has her own regrets. She has her regrets, and she is handling with her regrets. And she wants to say that when she was injustice for to you, or not fair, she wants to apologize for it, and she wants to apologize for this, and she really wants to tell you that she is here with you. She is from the other side watching you. She is with you. She wants to hug you all. She wants to tell you that she loves you, that she loves all of you, and yeah, that she just also wants to say sorry, and I love you. And she is now leaving me with these words and saying goodbye. And she's waving. So she's waving to you. Okay, I just didn't read all this. What you have written now? Oh, she knew. I'm quite sure she knows that you're all loving her, that you all love her, because she is always with you. So she knows how you feel for her. Oh, I'm quite sure, Jenny, she knows that you're missing her, and she wants to say, and she's sending you the love from her. So thank you very much, Jenny, for working with me. So let's see who else is here. Well, thank you so much for this wonderful feedback. Let's see. Let's see who else is here with me. Oh, there is a grandmother stepping forward. She's really saying, I'm grandma, and she's coming with a fork and knife. And she really wants to invite me to come to her table and to eat. So eating was very important for her. And she was also cooking was also very important for her. And she's really coming, that cooking was really her life. It was her life. She cooked for her life. She loved doing this. She could stand all the day in her kitchen, and she is trying, and she was a very good cook. And she's trying a lot of recipes and a lot of different ways of meals or diners or whatever. She liked to cook, and she really appreciated cooking. And she's also now when we're going to her and visiting her, the first thing she was doing with you is sitting you at the table and giving you something to eat. And so this was very one of her really signs that you can't say hello, but you're sitting on your table. And she also liked to talk. She could talk all the time. She was a very I think it's the right word, chatterbox. Every day, cooked every day. She's also showing me that she liked to chat and to talk, and she always knew what's going around in the neighborhood. And the day, and would you also understand T. Smith? That she was a chatterbox. She could talk because she's talking at me and talk, and she's also it's living in a little house. She's showing me a little house, and watching outside the window, and always watching what's going on in the neighborhoods and what they're doing and who is going there, who's crossing the street or something like that. She knew everything around what's happening in the neighborhood. Description on a small house. I could not make a description of what. Just give me. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let me see where it goes, because more people can understand it. She's given me the impression that he was a chatterbox. She liked. He was very curious. She was not one of those people, saying really bad things about the back of the others. But she was curious. She knew where that it was going. She knew what this was happening. I mean, and she liked to. She liked rumors, but not in this bad way, where people are really saying ugly things about other people. But she was very, very curious, and she's showing me in an elderly lifetime now. And I also know that she also likes to sit there in her kitchen, because the kitchen was her center of her life. Was the kitchen, sitting in the kitchen, and she's also enjoying her cup of tea. I see more coffee. On being honestly, I see more coffee or black tea, but I see a dark liquid in her pot, and she's very much enjoying this time also. To like to sit together with people and talk with people. And she's also showing me that sometimes, from time to time, she liked to play cards. And she also enjoyed playing these cards. So would anyone understand this information so far, from all who could understand it? Any room in the house? Diplomatic. Yeah, diplomatic. Diplomatic, I don't know, but kitchen was the main part. The one was diplomatic. About cards. Would you understand the cards maybe? Yeah, she was not showing me a TV. She wasn't showing me a TV. She was more showing me the kitchen, the life in the kitchen, sitting in the kitchen, sitting together in the kitchen, talking together. So I don't have the feeling that there is much radio. I don't have the feeling that there's much radio or music or television. It's more and more quiet. Also only the talking and maybe the talking. And the birds. I also hear the birds, so I know that there must be a little garden because I'm listening to the birds. Christina, could you understand some of the information also? All days, okay. Okay, yes, great. Okay, so Julie Jenkins, okay. She's also showing me that she was playing cards, and but I don't have the feeling that she liked to go out. She was very often going out. I have more the feeling she was spending her time at home, and she loved going home. So I also have the feeling with her that she didn't travel a lot. She loved her home, and her home was more or less her castle. And she is also, it's a very nice home, but when you're entering her house, there is a very special smell in her house, and I really have the feeling it's the smell of, there's a special smell. It's and I wouldn't say it was the food, but I when I'm entering the house, there's a really special smell also in this. I also have to. I take it too. Okay. Just before timetable. I just have to read. Take it to. Okay. So let's see. Fresh bread and cakes every day. Okay. She is so I hear the birds. I hear the birds in the garden because it's not very loud there. It's not not the surrounding where a lot of cars are driving or something like that. It's more in the natural surrounding. And I also have the feeling she is living in a small town than in a big city. And I also have the feeling that because there are always bits of bite taken here, so I have to ask her where she really wants to go, because also the time is running. Oh my God, the time is running. So T. Smith, I have the feeling I'm with you. Thank you everyone for stepping up for writing in the chat box. But T. Smith, I have the feeling I'm with you because you can take the most of the information. So your grandmother, it's for you because your grandmother is now really happy and she's coming with some cakes. And also with the orange drink. It's not an orange juice, but she's showing me an orange drink she's offering to you now. And she really is coming here today because she wants to tell you, that you should go for it. You should not hesitate. You should not hesitate. Yeah, and she's also talking about you yourself. You're a very good cook, and you should do it. You should cook. She wants to encourage you to cook. It's very funny. I never. And she wanted you to cook, and she also wants to tell you, you know, that she just wants to say hello, and I'm here on the other side, and I'm with you, and we all. She's also talking about a family, that they're all together and they're all supporting you from the other side, and you should not doubt this. And that there is, but she's also giving me the feeling that you have a very nice. I have the feeling you are talking to her. You know, you're talking to her because she's answering to you. Yes, you are talking to me, and she wants to assure you that you're doing this all the time, and she's listening to you, and everyone is listening to you from the other side. And that's what she wants to tell you, and that she is with you. That is the most important thing. Yeah. and all the family is here now. And she is really wants to wish you all. She's here and wants to wish you all the best, all from over the world, from all the other side. Yeah. Yeah, and she wants to tell you she is listening to this and she's answering to you. And yeah, and you know this, you know. So thank you very much for working with me. She's smooth. So I think my hour is over. So thank you very much that I could have been here and for you and work for you. And I hope we see each other soon again. And I wish you a wonderful afternoon and have a wonderful time, and enjoy the love of the spirit world every day, every moment, every second, because they're always around you. So thank you very much and goodbye.